Okay, so basically for the contextual studies part of my project, I have to look into an area of the fashion industry that really interests me, and pattern cutting is the area that I really, really want to go into. It's very hard to find information on the internet about the different levels that you can go in at, how you access it and things like that. So obviously with you going to Matalan, I was hoping to interview and ask you just a few questions about their sort of structure of the whole process, so then I can use them as a case study.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what sort of jobs are available in the pattern cutting sector?
Actually within Matalan, or are you on about just the industry?
In Matalan, I'm going to use them as a case study.
Okay.
So if you know in Matalan, fantastic. If not, I can do a broader one and just use Matalan for different areas of a case study.
So I would say for Matalan, the discussions we had with he's head of quality, this guy there, so he basically knows everything on every level. And Jess Frizzell, who was working here, was asking him questions in regards to how she would get maybe into technical the garment side of it, which is very like pattern cutting. And he suggested, which would be the same for pattern cutting, you come from a degree level. That's what they mostly do. Take you in as an intern, sometimes within maybe between like level 5 and level 6 to get some experience.
Yep.
But basically to send your CV in stating that you've come from a degree level. But it's a little bit swings and roundabouts because they do like you to have had some kinds of experience. So I would say to just try and intern while you are having your degree as well, just to get that experience. He quite like the cheeky methods of people actually going along there and just knocking on the door and saying, I don't mind working for free as long as I can learn your skills. And even sort of like, that was a case scenario as an example that he sort of stated when we spoke to him last week, which was quite interesting.
Yeah, it is, because over the summer I'm going to try and do exactly that. I'm getting my CV prepared for tailoring it to pattern cutting placements, and I'm going to send them all off because Burberry also have an area that they just do pattern cutting apprenticeships and stuff.
That's cool. Is that down in London?
It's not, it's just past Leeds.
Right.
So it's kind of in the middle for me, but...
is that where the designers are as well?
I'm not sure, that was just where... Because they put it up on the job website that they were looking for apprenticeships, apprenticeship placements, so I'm going to apply for them for an intern and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do that. So, within the pattern cutting, area, because obviously it would be a team, wouldn't it?
Yes, they would work alongside the CAD person. You'd have a small team, so it would be, you'd have the CAD person involved, the original designer, although I will say Matalan generally, even though you can have all these designs, and they'll tell you this themselves, you'll go and they'll probably not really like the majority of your ideas, because they look at what's current and they look at what's coming through the catwalk, and they have a very quick turnaround time from when they want their ideas from concept actually onto the shop floor and such in Matalan. It's something like a 6-week time frame. The window is just
literally from starting designing to it being on the shelves.
To just bang it out that quickly.
Wow.
It's really, really quick for Matalan.
So, in that sort of time scale, how much time do you reckon that a pattern cutter would have within that to do their part of the job?
With Matalan, their pattern cutter is abroad. Their pattern cutter is in India.
So they outsource it?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
So they work with 2 factories in Leicester, but that's only very, very small. Their main factories are in Bangladesh. There's 2 of them. There's 2 companies. And so they have the pattern cutter out there. And basically it's all done through CAD over the internet.
Right.
They'll say the sizes. Then once the pattern is good to go, then it'll go onto the CAD system, and then they'll measure it all up properly. Then it'll go to pattern, then the pattern again back to Bangladesh. Actually, they've created this new big factory. I've told you about anyway. That's just on a different level actually, but that's just going to be the manufacturing side of it. So as a small team, they get a set for CAD, and then that will then go back to Bangladesh, where the production will start. Once they're all completely happy, it should only have to be 12, maybe tweaked 2 times, maybe 3. And then when it's all good to go, that's when it goes on production line. It has to go onto colour systems and everything with Matalan.
Right.
You know, it's quite a long process. They have like light boxes in the main head office that, because of different shadings of fabrics, there's quite a few processes.
Yeah.
But it's such a big company now. They all know the stuff in this.
Yeah.
And they all know what they're doing, their own jobs. So there's quite a team that you don't think,
Yeah.
and they all do. But it's not. That's not actually in Matalan headquarters in Liverpool.
So am I understanding it right that there's a team in the UK that work for Matalan that do all of the CAD? So would they do the pattern pieces? They then put them into the computer and then they send them off to India, and that's who like sort of
Cut
twirls
them out,
it and makes it right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good then. So how many hours do you reckon per week on average that a pattern cutter would work that's like standard?
Okay, this is controversial. In the UK, they should work to probably 7.5 hours, 8 hours. In Bangladesh, they may work, if they're not working for a good firm, they can work, God, silly, 16 hours. But Matalan have got a very good ethical system going.
Yeah.
Where I've told you, where they're helping the kids from the Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Doing the schooling, and they're having the production. They're having a specific factory, built for them, and they have got very good work ethic. So for Matalan, and they are going to stick to the 8-hour. 7.5
so
8-hour
they're
shift.
Similar in it, right?
Very similar, yeah. And they subsidise their dinners there, and I think they even provide subsidised for like the breakfasts and things as well, so they make sure that they get fed properly.
That's really good, isn't it? It's not very often that you hear about that in the fashion industry, is it, normally? Because we've been doing a lot in contextual studies about the sweatshop side of it, and I'm horrified.
So did you watch that?
I haven't had time to watch it yet, but
definitely.
obviously we've got study week next week, which is why I'm interviewing you now, so I can start and put this essay together and stuff, so I'm definitely going to watch that,
You'd be shocked about,
I've also been told to watch the Dior and I film, because that's got a lot in about this one woman who's the main pattern cutter and stuff, so that's going to give me a little bit of insight into that.
I love her.
So
she goes off to all the fashion shows and she's got a tape measure around, she's really hands-on.
So I know that I'm really focused on going into sort of pattern cutting, but we had to look at sort of 3 elements of job roles within the industry, and one of them was obviously fashion design. So could you just give me like a really small insight into how that works when you're a fashion designer at Matalan as well?
Yeah, well, good example of that, you could even read our Unfold magazine that we've got, just a small edition that Paul's done. And I think even there, it's touching upon, just say for example, one of our ex-students, Amy Ralph, she just graduated. Her, I don't know if you remember her collection, very Tommy Hilfiger to me, lovely bag accessories and stuff. She went on to work for Jimmy Choo designing there, but she just wasn't happy in London. She's a very home girl. So, and then she ended up getting a job in Matalan. She's designing the kids' wear range there. So they've got quite a big room in Matalan with all the designers together, but within the different divisions. So you'll have a children's wear division, you'll have a men's wear, you'll have a ladies' wear, you'll have an accessories, you'll have shoes. Ruby Wong's brother, actually in level 6, he works in the shoes there as well. So they design, and from what I can gather, they all enjoy it, and they've all got their own workspace. So then the designers, they go to the people, I don't know what you term them as, basically like a committee, if you like, and they show them the work, and like I say, they'll probably look at it and then they'll go, well, we need this to actually go out for production onto the street. So a lot of these big fancy things won't tend to get into the Matalan stores. They'll tone it down to a look that they've seen on the, like say we've got the London Fashion Week at the moment. It's been like, over the last few weeks we've all had so they'll have been out and they'll have got that Matalan will have flew out and looked at all these and see what's current and what's key for the new catwalk, and they will they'll turn the designer's range into that. So basically you've got the backgrounds of that, but they will take it to a high street level. They take it sort of slightly down a bit, don't they? That'll probably be different in different, like a couture house, they would probably stick to the designer's design from the word go. But to someone like Matalan, most definitely they'll adhere to what's going to be the trend.
Yeah. So do you get much freedom when you're a designer, or is it a case of like, this is the fabrics, this is what you've kind of got to
initially
produce?
Well, what will happen is you'll go in, you'll go, oh, I love this design, and so obviously because you've got your own personal design, everyone's different. Then they'll 9 times out of 10 go, well, actually we don't really want that, but we could use an element of that. So I wouldn't say you have got much freedom. You would have more freedom in a couture house rather than if you're working for a high street brand, because they're looking for what's going to sell on the street.
Quite generic.
And that's not necessarily just what's in your head.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you know, the last time I spoke to you, you were saying that you'd had a little bit of an issue with how much clothes they throw away and that they've been. You said you were going to email them. Did you get any response? Or?
So I emailed them and said, I know it's me again, but I can't help myself. I was just, concerned about, I know you said it's only 9 stores, but from what I could see it was still a lot of waste. And he sort of termed it a bit differently when he emailed me back by saying, although I said it was throwaway, he said another word, he termed another word. Come to me email.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I am going to be using quotes, so that's all good.
So I thought...
Because what was the name of this guy, Cathy?
I'll tell you his name now. I've got it all under me.
Fabulous.
Matalan and stuff. So, Matalan. David Goodwin. And he's head of quality control. So I said to him... Thank you so much for a lovely afternoon. Found it very important. I'm sorry to bother you again. We'll probably think of issues again. But blah blah blah. 9 stores. Couldn't someone reinvent or upcycle this clothing? I'm not sure how it would work. Myself, I'm involved in offering classes that do both that within LJMU and also as community projects to encourage people to reuse and recycle. Don't know how this might work. Blah blah blah. So then he put back to me, "Hi Cathy, you're welcome as I mentioned, and I have to receive emails from you. If you may recall, I mentioned the returns from the 9 stores are disposed of and went to say, and this is in inverted commas, actually they are jobbed off. That's the term.
What does that mean?
Jobbing off means they are sold to market traders who recover the product, delabel it and sell it. Okay, so that's a little bit better, isn't it? And then he's put only goods that are soiled or damaged beyond the ability to make them merchantable are actually discarded to waste.
Oh, right, that's better to know.
So yeah, I'm a little bit happier about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so his name's Dave Goodwin.
Lovely.
And he is head of operations for Matalan.
Yeah.
Head of technical
ops, So, like, I know you'd kind of go in it's just a general pattern cut, but is there any ones that are like, say, head and then deputy head? Like, is there like a hierarchy to it, or is it literally everybody's on the same level and there's just one person that manages the process?
Depending on where you go, if you've got quite a few, you'd have like the interns, and then you wouldn't really have a head pattern cutter as such.
Okay.
Maybe years ago, but I wouldn't say so much
Not now.
now.
Okay, that's cool. Right, I think that's everything I have to ask, so thank you very much.